Okay. I think we're good. Hopefully. I tried to go live like a couple seconds ago and the internet. All right, let's open up the chat. What's up, Jeff? Welcome in. Oh, I don't have the chat open on Twitch. What's wrong with me? All right. Okay, we're back. That was weird. This might be an issue. All right, I guess it's like a new stream for Twitch, but I think YouTube, it's the same. Let me double check. I think I gotta watch ads, you know? Okay, it looks good on YouTube's end. What's my favorite Pokemon? It is Dragonite. All right, hopefully, that was weird because it was as soon as I started recording, it just like completely disconnected. But I guess my internet's being weird right now. Hopefully it doesn't continue that. I'm only gonna be streaming for like an hour, so I just hope it works. Let me open up that chat again. All right, I'm gonna start recording again. Okay, that was just crazy coincidence that happened. All right, we're doing. Where's my controller? It's right here. We're doing some Rumble Weekend. We are continuing, and I'm definitely not gonna get far today because I was gone the entire weekend, and I'm probably only gonna stream for like an hour, but we'll see what happens. Oh, I gotta add to the counter. I forgot I have counters. Let me pull that up. Do I have the counter here? I don't. Give me a second. Runs counter is up. Well, I'm just gonna title this one Shinies. Yo, what's up, A-Lob? You didn't know it was Rumble Weekend? Yeah, I didn't tell you because I wasn't even able to participate until literally right now because I was gone the whole weekend. Okay, let's see. Here it is. All right, we should be good with the counters. All right. Like, this is literally my first run of the weekend. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully my internet doesn't be stupid because it was being weird before. All right, what am I looking for here? Dragonair. Do I need the I think I still need Dodrio. Am I crazy? I should check. Tauros would be a cool one. Also, if anyone's wondering, the runs counter is the total number of runs it has been so far on my quest to get the boss shiny Dragonite. I might hunt some Rumble off stream later today too. I'm not really ready to like get straight back into streaming because again, I gotta figure out this whole like why my thing keeps disconnecting and whatnot. So A-Lob, if you're down to get on a call later, let me know. I think I got Dodrio. I should check. Anyone else doing some Rumble Weekend? I wish I could have participated more, but it's fine. I was pretty pumped after last Rumble Weekend after I got my shiny Dratini. You'll let me know. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'll probably just do this because like I'm essentially the goal here is to just stream until dinner, and then I'm gonna have dinner. Probably not gonna go back live because I'm kind of gonna be chill about this, and then just do some more. I don't know for how long. Tauros would be incredible. I think I've seen like 1 or 2 people get Tauros in this game. I as far as I'm aware, unless something happened this weekend, I have not, like, I've been kind of away. Unless something happened this weekend, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who has ever gotten shiny Dratini in this game publicly. There's probably someone out there that has it that just never shared it, but I scoured the internet. I scoured the internet last Rumble weekend, and I couldn't find anyone with shiny Dratini, but there was one person I saw that got shiny Dragonair, and then I think 1 or 2 people got Bosch Dragonite. So like the Dratini line is insanely rare in this game, like just in general. And I really want to get the Dragonite, and getting a Dragonair would be incredible. Who knows if that'll happen, but I'll try my best. And honestly, I could be persuaded. I guess it depends on what shows up first. Like if we get Dragonair before Dragonite, then that's just amazing. That's literally best case scenario. But if I get Dragonite before Dragonair, I could be persuaded to continue doing runs for Dragonair. Because I think outside of EX rank, I think this is the only place you can get Dragonair. I know I need Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is one I want. I need Aerodactyl. What else do I swear there was like one more somewhat common thing I needed here. I have to check this. We got a lot we got 10. Oh, I did get Doduo. Oh, I think I need Tangela. No, I need Tangela. That is wild. I need Tangela. I need Tangela and Aerodactyl, and those are the only like common-ish things I need here. Everything else that I need is like a rare thing or the boss. Because I shockingly got like Victory Bell as like, it might have been the first phase. It might have been second phase. There's a Dragonair. How many runs do you think it's gonna take before we get a shiny Dragonite? I would love to be hopeful and think I might get a Dragonair before Dragonite, but Dragonair is just so much more rare than Dragonite. And I already got Dratini, so like I already got the crazy rare thing that was rarer than Dragonite. Okay, so what was my phases last time? Yeah, first phase was Victory Bell, which was crazy because it's like not even that, like it shows up, but it's not like super common. And then second phase was Dratini. Fourth phase was Dodrio. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Ninth phase was Executor. And every other phase has been either Pidgeot or Fearow, because I mean those are the really common ones. You missed me? Thank you. I missed you guys too. I'm finally feeling to the point where I can like get back in the swing of things now, which is great. For those who don't know, I've been having like pretty bad anxiety lately, and it's been causing me to not only like not really stream as much, but also like I haven't really been shiny hunting like what I usually do. And I'm finally like at a point where I feel like I can just get back into it. And I'm excited. There's a lot of shinies, and not a lot, but there's There's a handful of shinies I really want to get before Safari Week this year, which I think Safari Week's only in a few weeks. I think it's only like 3 weeks away. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure Safari Week is pretty close. So I probably won't finish all the hunts I want to finish before Safari Week. But I'll try my best. I mean, I am very over odds on Dratini. Not Dratini. Why did I say Dratini? Mew. What are we at in Mew? Okay, we're not like insanely over odds, but we're pushing 1.5 times odds, so. Hoping Mew shines soon. I have another hunt that I've already started, but it's a hunt that I could definitely put aside for Safari Week because it's not using any games that I'm gonna use for Safari Week. The more important hunts are, I want to get Psyduck, man. I want to get Psyduck, and then there's a couple like easy hunts that I could do that would only be bad if I went way over odds, but they're like a couple 100% encounters. Good luck, hope you catch a lot of shinies. I probably won't get much. I'm only gonna be streaming for like the next hour. I'll probably do some more off stream, but I just wanted to, like, I was gone the whole weekend. And I wanted to get some runs in for Dragonite, because, like, I'm only really going to hunt this during Rumble weekends, and I unfortunately was not really able to play this weekend. What's up, Black Cat? Welcome in. Did I say you were here? You are here. Sometimes I ask if I like acknowledge people's chats because sometimes I like read them in my head and then forget if I read it in my head or like said it out loud, and then I like don't remember. But Sfeel is here. Imagine if Dragonite was green. People hate on shiny Dragonite, and I will say, it's not my favorite shiny. But I will always love shinies that have drastic color differences. And Dragonite is one of those Pokemon. It's like Nidoqueen, man. Everyone hates shiny Nidoqueen. I actually really like shiny Nidoqueen. Shiny Nidoqueen is like this disgusting color combination that I think actually works pretty well together, and it's also like drastically different than the regular Nidoqueen. There are some hated on shinies that I actually really like. Another one that comes, I don't know if this shiny's necessarily hated on, but kind of an underrated shiny is Misdreavus. I've always thought Misdreavus had such a cool shiny, and like I feel like either people don't like it because it's like gross green, or they just don't really think about it. Thor, welcome in. Thank you for the shiny luck. Just completed your second Reggie hunt in Shield last night. You've gotten wait, hold on. This like heart thing, I can't see with the number. You've gotten 3 soft reset shinies since you were last here. That's crazy. There's a lot of reset hunts I want to do, and I just haven't. It's hard. It's hard to do. It's hard to like. It's easy to want to do a reset hunt, but as soon as you go like double odds, you're just done with it, and you don't want to like keep going for like another one after you get it. That's kind of how I am. The Fiona Nidoqueen, true. I just think the colors look really cool on it, and it's just like a completely drastic difference. It's not my favorite shiny. Like I definitely prefer shiny Nidoking over Nidoqueen, but I don't think Nidoqueen's a bad shiny. A lot of people like think it's like, there's so many people that think it's like the worst shiny ever, and that's just not true. You're hunting something in particular? I'm going for the boss shiny Dragonite. And I guess Dragonair, and just literally anything I don't have, but that's pretty much only rare stuff in Tangela, so. But yeah, the target, the reason we're doing runs here is for Dragonite, so. I could be persuaded to keep going for Dragonair after Dragonite, because that would just be insane if I had the whole line. But it would also be very tough to do that. Unless I somehow got Dragonair before Dragonite. Sometimes you get the feeling that most shinies are vomit green, but when you look at it, it isn't actually that way. I think that's what a lot of people think. A lot of people don't like green shinies, and I will admit, there's more green shinies than I would like there to be. Like, green is a very common color for shinies. In fact, like, my friend and I had a joke when they were, like, releasing shinies slowly in Pokemon Go, which, I mean, they still are, but they have most of them in the game now. When there weren't, like, a ton of shinies in Pokemon Go, and they were, like, releasing a new shiny, I would always ask my friend, I'd be like, what color do you think this shiny is? And he would always just jokingly say green because of how common it was, and he would most of the time be right. So, like, I admit there's too many green shinies, but I think there's only so many that actually look bad, in my opinion. Virizion, which you completed your Swords of Justice, Regirock, and Registeel. You're on Regirock. Now that's crazy. Yeah, like there's so many reset hunts I want to do, but every time I do a reset hunt, I go like double odds, and then I just don't want to keep doing reset hunts after. Like the most prime example that I can think of is this was like 2 years ago now. Was for Fossil Week. I did half Kabuto, half Ammonite. I was just doing resets for the fossils in Fire Red Leaf Green, and I went like 16,000 for Kabuto, and I had like multiple reset hunts planned after it, and I was even planning to do like the other fossils, like go for Ammonite and Aerodactyl. And I just, after that 16k, which took me like 3+ weeks to do, I was just like, I don't want to do another reset hunt right now. I just give me some random encounters, please. So that just happens a lot. If I got better luck with reset hunts, which don't get me wrong, I've had good luck with reset hunts before. But if I, in general, had better luck with reset hunts, I'd be like way more inclined to do more reset hunts. But I am at a point now where if I'm like focusing on Kanto Shiny Living Deck stuff, a lot of the things that I could go for that I need are either more likely to be the things I need if I do resets, or just the only way I can get them is resets. Like, that's why on my bingo card, I have almost every, like, Game Corner shiny, because it's like, I need Clefairy, I need, I technically still need Abra for full odds, but, I need Pinsir, I need Scyther, a bunch of Scythers, I need Porygon. Like, there's just so many of those that I need to do. And then it's like Eevee, like I need all the Eevees. I haven't gotten a single full odd shiny Eevee before. And then oh, what's another? Oh, like the legendary birds of Kanto, you know? Like, I want to do Celebi too. That's not Kanto, but like Celebi is one I want to do. Like, there's so many hunts that just either have to be reset hunts or are just more viable via resets than like trying to find a rare encounter of it in the wild and then phase 100 times. Worst shiny ever is Elekid, and you'll not change your mind. I won't change your mind, but I think Igglybuff and Ceruledge are worse. But Elekid's a bad shiny for sure. For me, it's like I usually can just say like subtle shinies that are done bad. Like, there's some subtle shinies that are done well, but like most subtle shinies that are done bad, I can just say it's a bad shiny. Like, Elekid's definitely a bad shiny. My least favorite shinies, and it's kind of interchangeable, it's between Igglybuff and Elekid. It's between Igglybuff and Ceruledge. And the reason why is because they are subtle shinies that actually make me angry. They have different reasons as to why they make me angry, but they make me angry. And Elekid doesn't make me angry. It's just a bad shiny. Most subtle shinies are just bad shinies. Igglybuff and Ceruledge are just they're infuriating that they are subtle shinies. Igglybuff, because Igglybuff used to have the same shiny colors as shiny Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff in Gen 2, and then when Gen 3 came around, they didn't they just changed it to what we know of today, and it's just, it sucks because it had like a consistency in the line. Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff aren't amazing shinies, but they are at least noticeable. And the fact that they had a consistent evolution line shiny that were all not bad at all, and they took Igglybuff and made it absolutely horrendous after the fact, that makes me angry. Ceruledge is just really cool Pokemon. It blows my mind that someone decided that they should only change the eye color of it, which doesn't even look as good as the non-shiny. The non-shiny's eye color looks cooler than the shiny's one. And the fact that it got approved and that is actually what we have. And it's just the amount of questions and like why that comes up because of that just makes me so angry. Like there's theories as to why they did shiny Ceruledge and Armarouge bad. And I say Ceruledge only. Armarouge is a bad shiny, but Armarouge, the eyes actually look cool. Like the blue eyes actually like pop out a bit more and look cool on Armarouge. Still a terrible shiny because, again, I'm never going to be a fan of them changing one little thing on a Pokemon and calling it a shiny. I think that's so stupid, lazy, and boring. But Ceruledge's, not only is that an insanely cool Pokemon that, in my opinion, got ruined because of the bad shiny, but the shiny doesn't even look as good as the non-shiny. And it's just like, why? It's like, why? Why did they suggest it? Why did someone suggest this, and why did it get approved? So yeah, those are my top 2 least favorite shinies of all time. Other shinies, again, like Charcadet, Charcadet and Armarouge, they're bad shinies. They don't make me angry though. They're just like lame. I'm just kind of disappointed with them. Ceruledge is disappointment and anger. Ooh, Pokemon Rumble World doesn't have shinies. Yeah, only this one has shinies. There's one of the other games, I think it's the Wii U one, has shinies, but it's like there's only like a few of them, and you can't just find them. Like they're like event stuff. There's like codes for them that you like get them, or something like that. It's like Genesect. I think Dragonite's actually one of them. They're like there's like Genesect, probably like Pikachu. There's only a handful of them, and they're not like ones you just find randomly. This game is the epitome of what they need to do if they want to include shinies in a spin-off Pokemon title. Just have them be full odds, random chance, and that's it. Like, they should have done it for, like, new Pokemon Snap. They should have done it with, like, Mystery Dungeon. But they do their BS of, well, people like shinies, so we have to make them easy or not include them, and then also... Mystery Dungeon is weird because they're like easy to find, but they're hard to recruit. And there's only like 30 shinies out of the like 380 some Pokemon. 386. And that's just stupid. Which I think Dragonite is also one of them. Which is funny, because Dragonite seems to be featured as one of the few shinies that get featured in spin-off titles. But also, they have yet to make a shiny Dragonite card, and we have gone through 3 Fate sets in the TCG. And it blows my mind that Dragonite has never been included as a shiny in the card game. No, I have not gotten 10 shinies this weekend. This is just total for my Dragonite hunt that I'm doing. I have gotten 0 shinies this weekend. I literally started 24 minutes ago. I have not been... I was away, so I couldn't do Rumble Weekend. Cozy Shine, thank you for the shiny luck. Gengar and Garchomp too. Gengar and Garchomp were better shiny... Oh, actually, no. Garchomp's a better shiny now than it was. And it's because they made it more noticeable. But in Gen, like, 4 and 5, Garchomp's was really bad. They just kind of slightly adjusted the tones of Garchomp throughout the series, where it's more of a duller color and the orange is more orange, so it's a lot more noticeable. So I don't really have an issue with Garchomp. Garchomp shiny is disappointing for sure compared to the rest of the line, but I don't really consider it like an awful shiny. Like I don't really consider it that bad. Gengar, and it's the same with Regice. Gengar and Regice both had just mediocre shinies, and the issue was the non-shinies changed once the games went 3D, and the non-shinies turned into colors that were very close to the shinies, making the shinies a lot less noticeable. Go through like Bulbapedia sprites or whatever and just look up like Gengar. Shiny, well, just normal Gengar. A lot of people don't realize this. Normal Gengar in the sprite-based games and like in the show and stuff was more like a magenta-y purple. Like it was definitely more purple, but it had like a reddish hue to it. It was more of a warmer toned purple, and it looked really cool, and it's really disappointing that it doesn't look like that in the modern games because it looks way cooler in my opinion. But Shiny Gengar pretty much has remained unchanged, and Shiny Gengar is a lot less noticeable, or a lot more noticeable in the older games compared to the more reddish purple non-Shiny Gengar than it is now. Still a disappointing Shiny for sure, but it wasn't really that bad until the 3D games. And it's just lame. Same with Regice. Regice was more of like a grayish purple color, the non-shiny. The non-shiny was like a grayish purple, and then the shiny was this bright blue, and the shiny actually looked really good in the older games compared to the non-shiny. And then 3D came around and they made the non-shiny a more bright blue color, so now the shiny looks hardly any different. Just look at those comparisons like online, it's crazy. So the shinies weren't really bad, they just weren't great. And they have become worse because of what they did with the non-shinies. And then Garchomp has gotten better, it's just a disappointing shiny. I'm always, my mind's always blown when people are like, Garchomp's the worst shiny of all time, because like there are way worse shinies out there than Garchomp. I'm always like trying to defend Garchomp. I feel like Garchomp gets too much hate. It's not a good shiny, it's just... I could think of probably 50 Pokemon that have worse shinies than Garchomp. Like, easy. What's my shiny dex in Rumble? I can show it off after this run. Oh, you said that in both chats. Sometimes I'm just on a tangent. You guys, I will get to your chat. Sometimes I'm just on a tangent. You don't have to post them in both chats to, like, get my attention. You rewound and didn't hear what you talk about Armarouge? Well, you are on YouTube, so you can scrub through the stream at any time. Oh, I totally didn't go to my collection. I'll do it next time. I'm so bad. It's just a muscle memory at this point to just like go. It's like when people go to Terminal after getting a shiny, it just happens. You'll never understand the sheer lunacy behind shiny locking Pokemon game for like you have the fun. You will have the fun we want you to have. You will have the fun our way or not at all. Yeah, it is so bad. It doesn't matter. Like people have all their theories and like there have been some like interviews and whatnot that have alluded to why they might shiny lock some things. But it doesn't matter what reasoning is given. There's never a valid reason to shiny lock things. Timmy Blaster, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. But yeah, like, it doesn't matter what good of a reason they think they can give for shiny locking stuff. It's not a good reason. And I would even go as far as to say, like, even stuff that's uncatchable shouldn't necessarily be shiny locked. I'm okay with them shiny locking uncatchable stuff, but like I still feel like overall you get more memory. Like if you fail an uncatchable shiny because it like randomly showed up, that's still something you're never gonna forget about. Like that's still a memory you had with the game that you're gonna look back on. All right, this is my collection. We have a lot of page 1. We have a decent amount of page 2. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things I could still go for. I have the entire Bellsprout line. Shiny, by the way. There's a lot of things I could target and go for. I just really want to get Dragonite. So we're getting just a lot of Pidgeots and Fearos. We're getting less stuff starting in this page. There really only 2? There's only 2 on this page. I got Magikarp though. That's a cool one. I think this one's just Dratini and Meganium. I haven't done too much of GX, but I do have Cleffa. Cleffa's another rare shiny I have. I did not get that on a Rumble weekend. I was just like trying to catch all of the GX Pokemon. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing there. Electrike. Gulpin. The cast form is from a code. I didn't like find. I don't even know if you can encounter the other forms of cast form in this, but I did not find that shiny. There's like a code you can enter that gives you that one. Clamperl and Relicanth. Grotle. I think I got Grotle like 2 weekends ago, 2 Rumble weekends ago. And Starly. When did I get Grotle? No, yeah, Grotle was 2 weekends ago. Same with the Starly. Grottle's a cool one. Nothing here. Got Mamoswine and Frostlass. Frostlass, I think, was the first shiny I got in this. Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't. Technically, so Frostlass was the first full odd shiny I got in this. I got a Pidgeotto and a Gloom when I was playing multiplayer with my cousin. And for those who don't know, I believe last Rumble weekend, it was confirmed now that these are 1 in 8192, and I believe it is an additional roll for every player you have. I think that was confirmed last weekend. So when you have 4 players, you get a 1 in 2048 odds, right? Like if you have like 4 players playing at once, it's like 1 in 2048. But yeah, that was my collection. Want to hear the other 47 Pokemon you think are the worst than Garchomp, but I think Garchomp is fine. Garchomp is an okay shiny. Like, it's not great, but it's not... I wouldn't consider it, like, an awful, like, number, like, top 5 worst shiny of all time. Not even top 10. And I did say top 50. I probably could go through the list and think of 50 shinies that are worse. A lot of them are probably going to be from Gen 9. Gen 9 is pretty bad when it comes to shinies. Not just the fact that they're super common and there's nothing exciting about finding them, but they actually have a lot of poorly designed shinies in Gen 9. There's some good ones, though. There's just... I just feel like every generation, there's been, like, hits and misses for shinies. Every generation, there's been, like, some crazy cool ones, some okay ones, some bad ones. Gen 9, it's, like, mostly bad, some okay, and very few actually, like, really good ones. Like, Gen 9 is, like, a completely different realm of, like, what they did with shinies. I do kind of want to go through the list now and see, like, what shinies. Just scroll through Gen 9 and you'll probably find at least, like, 10 shinies worse than Garchomp just from Gen 9. I mean, like, most of the Violet Paradoxes are, I would not imagine or assume, I would say are worse than Garchomp. The Violet Paradox shinies are awful, except for, like, Iron Thorns. Iron Thorns actually pulls it off. There's, like, one other that pulls it off, too, that's, like, actually pretty cool. I forget what it is, though. It might be Iron Leaves. Or no, it might be Iron Crown. I don't know. They all just kind of look worse. They were extremely lazy when it came to the Violet Paradox shinies. Literally just take one of the colors out, and that's it. They have LEDs on them. They could have changed the LED colors. It would have been so much cooler. Sounds like Safari Week is going to be the last week of June this year. You going to do Emerald Pikachu this year? I don't know. I guess it depends on how lucky I get. I got shafted last year. I am due. If my pattern, though, I am due to, like, insanely pop off this year for Safari Week. I really am. My first Safari Week that I did, I only got 3 shinies after like 46,000 encounters or something like that, and I failed 2 of them. The year after, I had the best shiny luck I will ever have with anything in terms of full odd shiny hunting. Like, I'm talking I got 4 shinies in a day, and then I think another day I got 3 shinies in a day. And then last year I only got 3 again, and I did... Dude, how many encounters did I even do last year? It was like my first phase was like 20k. My second phase I think was under odds. And then my third phase was 38,000. Like literally my second longest hunt ever was my third phase. So if it like repeats, like it's like bad, like really unlucky, really lucky, really unlucky. This year I should be really lucky. I popped on instead of popped off. That doesn't sound like something you should say. So if I'm actually down if it's like late June this year. I need more time to get some of the hunts done that I have. Like, I only have like, let's see. Out of the hunts I have started, there's only 2 that I care about finishing before Safari Week, and that's Mew, and then I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I'm going for Dratini in Diamond and Platinum. So those 2 hunts I want to do. I want to like get done before Safari Week, but I also want to like start a set of hunts and finish it before Safari Week, and that is I want to go for Psyduck. I want to get Psyduck finished. I'm planning to do hopefully just 1 more phase in the Seafoam Islands, where I'm just gonna have both games on the top floor doing the repel trick to make Psyduck and Slowpoke 90%. Fire Red, Leaf Green, Psyduck, Slowpoke. If I get Psyduck, amazing. If I get Slowpoke, fine. I still need it. And then if I get Slowpoke, I will then go to, funny enough, the Safari Zone, which will not be part of my Safari Week. It's just going to be a Safari Zone hunt where I'm going to have, I think, 5 games going for 100% Psyduck surfing in the Safari Zone. The reason why is because I only have so many games. If I had like 4 copies of Fire Red, which I don't, I would just do like Fire Red surfing 100% Psyduck. But the only like Leaf Green, you can't get Psyduck at all. The other Gen 3 games you can get Psyduck in, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, it's only in the Safari Zone, but it is 100% in the Safari Zone. So I would just do everything Safari Zone just to keep it like consistent with the encounters, like being able to run right away. And I'd just do like Sweet Scent encounters, because the surfing encounters are slow, and on top of that, you only get so many steps in the Safari Zone before you have to reset. Girl said you had a Master Ball, your Regirock, you wanted it in a Luxury Ball, but you did get Registeel in a Nest Ball. You like the color code as much as possible. Yeah, I probably would do Registeel in a Net Ball if I could. There's not like a perfect color for Registeel, but I feel like the Net Ball would look pretty cool too. It is kind of between Net Ball and Nest Ball in terms of coloration. Because it's like almost a teal color, but it's not really a teal color, and it's not like the lime-ish, like not really lime green, but like grass green color that the Nest Ball is. Kind of like between them. Oh yeah, but I wasn't finishing my thoughts. So Safari Zone Psyduck, assuming I don't get it in Seafoam Islands. And then after that, I want to do just a couple easy hunts that are like 100%, that are things I need. And that is the Paris in Mount Moon. I did it once, but I want to do it again just because it's an easy 100% encounter rate for Paris in the B1F, I think. And I evolved my last Paris into Parasect, so I want to like finish off the Paris line pretty easily, and then also get do Diglett's Cave, because Diglett's Cave is 95% Diglett and 5% Dugtrio, which I also did that hunt before, but sometimes you just need an easy hunt, and that would be something I'd consider easy. Just 2 100% encounter rates in fire at Leaf Green. Arena Trap, if you just have smoke balls, you're good. Just have your Pokemon hold smoke balls and you're fine. Or have the ability run away. But I'm just gonna use like Illuminate and then just give my Starmies smoke balls, and that's gonna be it. Regice better cooperate and stay in the dive ball when you find it. Hopefully. It is hard to catch legendaries in regular Pokeball catch rates. Like, don't get me wrong, when I was doing my Pokeball challenge, most of the legendaries was like one attempt of chucking Pokeballs to catch it. But it's also very likely that you just don't catch it in those balls. I mean, Regice, for me in particular, was like one of the longest. The worst one was Uxie. Regice was bad though. I think I had to reset over Regice as well. I had to reset over Giratina as well. But I mean, there's only so much you can prepare. It's not like I was shiny hunting it, so I was just kind of go into them with just like my Smeargle, and I'm just like, all right, we're doing this. Even though there's probably better strategies to use. I just didn't bother to look in. Currently busy with a shiny badge quest in Heart Gold Soul Silver. You're 5 badges in so far. That means you gotta get 3 more shinies before you can access the Safari Zone, right? When do you access the Safari Zone? I don't actually remember how the Safari Zone in Heart Gold Soul Silver works. Can you get it as soon as you get to the... You might need Waterfall. I don't remember. I forget how you get to it. I would just fly to it now. Apparently you get it now. Oh, interesting. So you just need to get to... Okay. So, can you get post Gen 2 Pokemon already? You have to, like, have your decorations be there for long enough, but... Can you actually get, like, Gen 3 and 4 Pokemon that early on? Have I played Poke Rogue? No. Is that that's one of those like ROM hacks, isn't it? I've never been interested in like ROM hacks or fan-made Pokemon games. Not sure about that. You'll have to test. If they allow you to place decorations, then I'm guessing that means you can just get the later gen Pokemon. They were a lot more lenient about that in Gen 4. Gen 3, at least in Fire, they're actually pretty lenient in Ruby Sapphire. Getting, like, Pokemon outside of the Hoenn-Dex. Emerald, you had to beat the game in order to get, like, Pokemon outside of the Hoenn-Dex. Fire Red Leaf Green, you had to beat the post-game in order to get Pokemon outside of the Kanto Pokedex, or, like, the Sevi Islands, essentially. Like, you couldn't trade from... It was essentially you couldn't trade from Ruby and Sapphire. But if you had the later gen Pokemon, you could trade them, I think. But if you were pre-Elite Four, you couldn't even... I don't think you could trade them, and also you can't even evolve Pokemon into the Gen 2 Pokemon. Like Blissey. Like, it would just cancel the evolution. And then Gen 4, I played through Heart Gold Soul Silver. You can just trade them off, and like I literally like my teams in like Heart Gold Soul Silver consisted of like Honchkrow and Miss Magius. Like, you can just get them so easily. That's kind of how I prefer it. Like, you're led to believe you can only get like the Pokemon that are from that region, but you actually can get any Pokemon that's like available to you. at your disposal. I like how that works in Heart Gold Soul Silver. That's kind of a nice thing. It's a browser game. I mean, I'm sure it's still a fan-made like Pokemon game. Just because you play it in the browser as opposed to like a ROM doesn't mean not a fan-made Pokemon game. Unless it's just a completely different game that just sounds like it would be a Pokemon fan game.
This does put a smile on my face.
Cheeky Caveman, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. You route reset to get your DA Cresselia in a Moonball. Route reset. Oh, that's that's when you like get penalized for that though, don't you? For like Dynidor. Dynamax Adventures are just whack, in my opinion. I've never been a fan of them. It's a rogue-like Pokemon fan game. I don't know what a rogue-like Pokemon fan game means. I don't know what rogue-like means. Does anyone have a legit Scarlet Shiny Growlithe? I'm pretty sure I have a ton of them. But if I'm being honest, if you're looking for a Shiny Growlithe in Scarlet, unless it's a version exclusive, I don't remember. I don't think it is. Just hunt it. Shinies are the most free they probably will ever be in Scarlet and Violet. Knock on wood. I really hope they don't make shinies easier than they are in Scarlet and Violet, because it isn't even fun hunting in those games because of how mindless and free it is. Like, you spend 5 minutes, you find like a few shinies. It's literally like Pokemon Go community days. Technically, all Pokemon are man-made. I said fan-made, not man-made. I said with an F, like not Game Freak. It's not version exclusive. The thing is everywhere what? Oh, that thing is everywhere what? Yeah. If you go to the Lag Tree Thicket and then use a Encounter Power 3, Sparkling Power 3 sandwich, you will find Shiny Growlithe in a matter of minutes, unless you get really unlucky. And if you're worried about using Herba Mysticas, just save before making the sandwich. If you don't find a shiny, reset. Soft reset, and then make it again. It doesn't use your Herbas. It is just way too easy to find shinies in Scarlet and Violet. You shouldn't have to ask people for shinies in Scarlet and Violet unless they're version exclusives and you don't have that version. That I understand. Oh, you don't know where to find it? Oh, well, I said Lag Tree Thicket as the joke because that's what people call it because it lags a lot. It's the tag. Oh, wait, no, I'm saying the wrong spot. That's my bad. It's the Bamboo Forest by the Team Starbase. I said the wrong spot. It's not even Tag Tree Thicket. Tag Tree Thicket's where you get like Impidimp and wherever the heck else you get. What do you even get there? I don't even remember. It's been so long since I played Scarlet and Violet, dude. It's the Bamboo area in North Province. That's like northeast, so top right-ish part of the map. And it is next to a Team Starbase. I believe it is Ares Team Starbase, so like the fighting type one. That's where you find Growlithe. I don't know what that place is called. I've actually never known where never knew what that place was called, so I just call it the Bamboo Forest. Rogue means every time you play the game and every item is randomized. I don't know how that would work with Pokemon, but I honestly don't care enough to know, so you guys don't have to tell me. But yeah, I've never been interested in like ROM hacks or fan games or anything, just because I'm pretty is public the word I'm looking for? It's not like a secret. I say it all the time. I'm not like the biggest fan of playing through Pokemon games unless it is the very first playthrough. If it's the very first playthrough of like a new generation, I usually enjoy that. Because it's discovering the new Pokemon, trying to catch all the new Pokemon, and just like figuring out the decks, not knowing what's gonna happen. That's what I enjoy. After that initial playthrough, I do not enjoy playing Pokemon games anymore because it's very tedious and boring. Which might be a hot take, but I've never been the biggest fan of just playing through Pokemon games. Most of the time I play through Pokemon games too is to like set up a shiny hunt, so usually it's just like I'm trying to get to a certain point and it's just kind of like all this annoying stuff to get through, especially in modern games with all the dialogue that you can't skip anymore that isn't voice acted. Which I understand there's never been voice acting in the main series, but there wasn't nearly as much dialogue in the older games. I'm surprised I haven't gotten like a shiny Pidgey or Furo yet. We've done like, I think like 40 runs or so, like half odds. Also, to this day, I'm pretty sure I've only ever seen one shiny drop from the ceiling, and that was the Starly 2 weekends ago. It was like the last shiny I got for that weekend, and I didn't even notice it dropped from the ceiling until I was editing the video. You're not big on ROM hacks either, you're just explaining what Rogue is. Oh yeah, no, I was talking to FEBBRI, because they were the one who asked if I played it. I was just kind of just saying it. I wasn't like directing that towards you. One of these days, Dragonite's gonna be green, and it's gonna be crazy. The unskippable cutscene after you beat the League in Sun and Moon, and then the credits. I recently played through Ultra Sun. Well, I didn't play through all the way, but I finished playing through Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon in order to do my living decks. And those credits, man, they are long, and I don't think it saves until after. In the older games, it saved like as soon as you put your Pokemon in the Hall of Fame. It would save then. You can just soft reset and you would skip all the credits. The credits in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, it's like this whole thing of like, it's like a movie where like there's like mid credits where it's kind of all like done up and whatever, and then after that there's like the post credits that are like just the scrolling text. And it's a lot, like, it's not fast moving credits. It takes a while to get through them. And then they force you to battle Tapu Koko too. They don't do that in the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. You have to find Tapu Koko in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I don't remember Sun and Moon, like, at all. It's been so long. I played up until the Executor Island because I wanted to do that shiny hunt. And I got the shiny and I haven't continued playing through since. So. What's crazy is both your Regis were under odds. I mean, it happens. Sometimes you just get a few under odds. My most is I've done 10 full odds in a row under odds. And then I think, and this was like when I was more new into hunting. I got 10, it was when I was doing like my badge quests in Fire Red Leaf Green. I did like 10 in a row under odds. And then a little while later, I think it was post badge quests, I got like 8 in a row under odds. And I have never come close to those numbers since. Like the most I do under odds in a row now is like 2 or 3. I don't even know if I've done 3 in a row under odds. Like we're talking like even with how crazy luck I got for that Safari Week 2 years ago, it was like 3 or 4 under odds in a row, and then I would get like a slightly over odds or something. With only like my very last phase being like way over odds. It was wild. Black Cat, thank you for the shiny luck. What if I got shiny Ditto? Shiny Ditto would really throw me off. Like if I'm gonna get a rare shiny, I'm assuming it's gonna be either Dragonair or Tauros. A Ditto would be like so unexpected. I've only seen a couple Dittos today. We need Rumble on the Switch ASAP. If they do this one, then yes, but if they make a new one, it's probably not going to have shinies, and if it has shinies, it won't be like this, so it probably just won't be as good. It's just like the sad reality. They're in this state when it comes to shinies where they're trying too hard with them, and it's making it not as good. And I'm not just talking about mainline games. Like I mentioned it earlier, like the new Mystery Dungeon game, the remake of Red and Blue Rescue Team, had shinies in it, but there was only like 30 Pokemon that could even be shiny, and they were very common. It was just hard. You just couldn't recruit them guaranteed, and it was actually really hard to recruit them. Like the hunt was about like recruiting them, not finding them. And it's just not the same. So like I can imagine if they did a Rumble on the Switch, like a new one, it would not only like it would be 1 in 4096 odds, so the shinies would be just easier in general, which is not like a big deal. But yeah, like honestly, I don't even think they would do 1 in 4096. I think they would do kind of like what they did with the Mystery Dungeon, where it's like they probably would shiny lock all of the bosses and whatnot. They would probably make things like higher shiny rate. I don't know if you'd be guaranteed to collect them. It just wouldn't be the same. Not as crazy as Litwick and Scyther in the very first egg. Is that full odds or Masuda method? I've seen a lot of people get like 1 encounter Masuda method shinies, which is still crazy. Like I've never even come close to doing that. Haven't seen too many first encounter full odds though. It does not happen often, but there was someone recently who got, and I say recently, I think it was like last year, got 2 Budoos at the same time shiny, and they failed one. It was Masuda. Wait, what was not as crazy as the Scyther? What was I saying? Are you just talking about your Reggies? Like those weren't as crazy. Gen 3 is almost done. Gen 5 is done for Link 4, and Gen 5 is done. Nice. Congrats. Wait, how many left do you have? Under odds hunts, yeah, sorry. It's not that you weren't clear, it's just that there's a stream delay, and sometimes I get on tangents of like just going off of what someone said in chat. So then by the time I like see your message and there like isn't as much context to it, I like don't know exactly what you're saying. But that's like a lot of people do that. Like in the moment, people will just like respond right away to a message. And I'm not saying it's your guys' fault. It's literally my fault. where like people will like in the moment respond to like what is being said with like a simple like, oh yeah, or like, oh yeah, I agree with that. And I'm stupid, and like after like 2 minutes will forget what I was just talking about, and then I just won't know what you're like responding to. So it's 100% my fault. But it is something to be aware when you're in my chat, I guess. There are times where I will remember what I was talking about, and it'll be totally fine. I'll just be like, oh yeah. Like I'll know exactly what you're talking about. No putting yourself down. I'm not putting myself down. I just don't want to. I'm just don't want to blame you for that. Like it's not, because it isn't your fault. A lot of the times I just do forget what I was talking about like 30 seconds ago, and then I just would be like, wait, what are you responding to? Because I'll like miss the message right away. I won't see it right away. They just had to give Pidgeot a move that stuns you, didn't they? I should probably stop recording, because if I get a shiny Pidgeot or Fearow now, I don't think I want an hour-long recording of me getting a like my 5th Pidgeot or 6th or whatever it is. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna stop recording right now and get rid of this. I already have so many recordings because of my alpha challenge I'm doing, which, by the way, over the weekend, I did finish getting all the alpha unknowns. I do have all the alpha unknowns now in Legends. I just need the distortions now. So we'll be continuing going for like Mew and Bidoof while having like distortions running in the background. Like on stream. Probably won't be streaming tomorrow, because I gotta finish editing the Gen 7 Living Dex video. I want to get that up. I wanted to get that up this weekend, but I didn't have enough time. It just would have been too much to deal with. You hate movement limiting moves in video games? Like, let me move, please. Boy, what game are you referring to? Or was that something I said before and I forgot what we were talking about? I don't remember talking about movement, though. Don't be modest. Tier 2 and 3 subs get the instant reactions. Yeah, true. Tier 2 and 3 subs get 0 stream delay, so it's just like we're just talking in like a call, essentially. I'm just kidding. That's not true at all. What's up, Exotic? Welcome in. Oh, the stun moves on Pidgeot, yeah. It's just like, the stun moves are normally fine, but it's just, Pidgeot is like one of, if not the most common Pokemon in this area. And they also drop from the ceiling, and I like have to go back and check them from the ceiling. And that just, it gets tough sometimes. Like I have to come back here and they're already like charging up their moves. So it gets tough when they like all start hit, because they'll like hit you and then you'll be stuck, and then the other ones that like drop from the ceiling will hit you right after you're like free, and then you'll get stuck again. And you're like, sometimes you're in an endless loop. Eating food before you will go to bed. That's not like the best thing to do, but I am one who also does that. I don't eat like right before I go to bed though. I eat like a snack and then I'll like wait like an hour before I go to bed. Your Rumble luck was so bad. Mine so far isn't great, but I have not been hunting for very long. I've gotten nothing so far. We're getting close to odds too. I don't remember what I started at today. Someone in YouTube stream, go back to the beginning and see how many runs it said at the beginning. I want to say it was 385, but I don't remember. You lay in bed for 1 to 2 hours before sleeping. I used to do that, and then I realized I didn't like doing that because it just wasn't as comfortable. I used to do that, and like, I don't know. Now it's just like when I'm ready to go to bed, I just go to bed and then I try to sleep. You only got 4 shinies. I had a Rumble weekend where I don't even know if I like didn't do that well, but there was one of the Rumble weekends I only got 6, but I don't think I was going as hard. You got a Tyrogue though. See, in my opinion, it's like quality over quantity. Like my last Rumble weekend, I actually got a lot, but for like the amount I played. But like when I got the Dratini last weekend, I was like, it doesn't even matter if I get like nothing else, or like just only Pidgeots and Furos. One of your SBQ hunts was a Game Corner Abra. You got it in 1400. Nice. I'm hoping for like a fast hunt like that soon. I've had pretty bad luck lately when it comes to full odds. I think I'm already like 4,000 in on Dratini too, so it's like already thinking I'm gonna go over odds for that one. Actually, I'm gonna check what I'm at. I might be 3,000. I'm 3,800. I'm almost 4,000. I've just had so many over odds hunts in a row that it's just like I just need something under odds and it's still like not happening. You were surprised about it? I'd be surprised about a Tyrogue. Any like rare shiny is crazy like that. That's the thing about Rumble. So many people do Rumble weekends like this, but like anytime someone gets like a rare shiny, it's usually one that most people only a few people have, because there's so many of them. So it's like you get like a specific one and it's just like there's like no one that has it. So it's always like really cool. You're hoping you would have got Mew, but yeah. Yeah, I thought Mew was going to be under odds. And then once I hit like 6K, I was like, I'm going to go far for this one. And that was right. I'm literally like at a point now, like I've been getting so unlucky that like if I hit like 5-6K on a hunt, I'm just like, it's going to go really far. Like I just know immediately, and I'm usually right. Oh yeah, I just had like the Litwick too. The Litwick was like 20K. They're over odds for phase 14 for 1% lappers. That's crazy. I would never target a 1% unless it's like something that has to be 1%. Like Mousehold or the Dunsparce. But even then, those don't even have to be 1%. Mousehold more so than the Dunsparce does. Mousehold you still technically can get like more commonly from the raids, but I don't know if that's more efficient than just like running encounter power. And I'm talking full odds. Obviously, if you're including like boosted odds, then it's there's no reason to do like raids. But yeah. Apparently, I think it's like tier 4 raids in Scarlet and Violet. If you find Mousehold, it's like a family of 3 every time. But it's just like getting a shiny from a raid is very difficult to do. So it's still not like you don't have to go for the 1%, but in Mousehold's case, you're probably better off going for the 1% than the boosted percentage via raids. You got Litwick. That was in Sword and Shield, right? Who's congrats? Oh yeah, I have the video up. The video's been up for a while. That was my most recent upload. Yeah, Litwick took over 20k. It was like slightly over 20k. But that's like, if you convert that to 1-in-8192, that's like over 40k, which would be like the 4th time I think I've done that, essentially. Which is wild. Because there's people that hunt like more than me that don't even get like 25k. Like, and I've been blessed with going over like 38,000 like 4 times, 35,000. We did 35,000, 38,000, and 20,000 1-in-4096, all within a span of a few months. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm over it. Just I like 10,000, 12,000. Those numbers are fine, honestly, at this point. I'm kind of over going triple or quad odds, you know? It's fun when you get it and it's very rare. Yeah, that's why shiny hunting in general is fun, and that's why I don't enjoy it in Scarlet and Violet, because shinies aren't rare in Scarlet and Violet. And even though there's rarer shinies in Scarlet and Violet, like the family of 3 Mousehold or the 3 segmented Dunsparce, if you're doing boosted odds comparative to like older stuff, just in general, they're not that rare. The golden rule of shiny hunting is like encounter rate is more important than shiny rate. And people don't realize that. There's so many content creators that just use the like 1%. This shiny's a 1 in 496,000 chance of happening. Or no, that's not it. It'd be 409,600 chance of happening, I think. Is that the number? They do that, but it's like in reality, even if you're not like, even if you're doing full odds, you're probably only gonna like go a couple hours for a phase on average, if that. Like it ain't a 1% in like an older game. Let's see if this has a trait. It doesn't. Oh, I have to wait till this is over. Fun fact, you just learned today the person who voiced Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory is the same person who voiced the Flea in Mucha Lucha. I've never heard of Mucha Lucha. So, I mean, I'll take your word for it. Do you share that you got a shiny Swinub in silver when form hunting? I don't think so. That's awesome. I still have yet to get a random shiny in my Living Dex challenge, and I'm pretty positive it's gonna happen in Gen 9, and it's just not gonna hit the same. Can you imagine if that Dragonair was just pink? How crazy would that have been? You're missing on a great cartoon. They were also Madame Foster in Home for Imaginary Friends. Is this another just Cartoon Network show that's just newer than my time? Like, it's just kind of too new for me. Because I've heard of... I watched Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and Dexter's Laboratory, so... But I've never heard of Mucha Lucha. I don't watch like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network like on a day-to-day basis. It's just so I'm not like I've heard like there's some good ones, but I just not something I go after, you know. All these are around the same time? No way. I would have heard of Mucha Lucha. Unless it's just something I never watched and the name's just not ringing a bell. I could look up an image from it and tell you if I recognize it. Because sometimes that happens. Sometimes like it is something that I like know of. I just don't know I know it. Dragonite looks cute in that style. Yeah, it's the peas. That's what they're called. They're called peas. P-I-I. You were a Cartoon Network kid. I was more of a Nickelodeon kid, but I did watch Cartoon Network often. I never watched Disney Channel though. I like couldn't get into anything on Disney Channel, and like we had like friends that watched Disney Channel, and it's just like I could never get in. There was nothing in Disney Channel that like excited me at all. Like there was nothing that seemed interesting to me as a kid. Like I never even watched Phineas and Ferb, but I know Phineas and Ferb's good. But like I never watched Disney Channel. You're assuming the Cartoon Network trivia is on YouTube, but you're just mind blown. And the Cartoon Network trivia is on YouTube. Wait, what? You're doing trivia for Cartoon Network? Good night, Thor. Thank you for hanging out. I'm gonna look up the Mucha Lucha. I do know what this is. I might have watched like an episode or two of this actually. I just don't remember like anything about it. So I do recognize it though. It was just not a show I watched as a kid, though. The Cartoon Network trivia comments, you assume they're on YouTube, chat? Oh, yeah, we got people in chat on YouTube. But I am gonna end it here. Unfortunately, no shinies. I might do some off-stream hunting later. I just wanted to, like, get some runs in for Dragonite, because I was missing out on this. But, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the stream, and I will see you next time.